All right, what's going on? We are live. Money in the Bank just got over. And with me today, I got that guy, DJ O2 in the house. How you doing, O2?
We're doing.
Nice. First of all, how are you doing, man? You party animal, you? That's what it says. Either it's party or arty animal. Is it arty animal?
Something needs to call the ambulance.
Right on. So this is our first live stream that we're going to be doing. Hopefully regularly, just depends on scheduling and all that. So we're going to try to do as much as possible. But we just finished Money in the Bank. Now, you weren't able to catch the pre-show, but it was a pretty decent match that we had going on there. We had, Jeff Hardy against Cesaro, which, I mean, you get someone like Cesaro who's just massively awesome. I mean, probably pound for pound, one of the most awesome guys in the ring as far as strength goes. That dude is ridiculous. And of course, the Enigma, Jeff Hardy. It was a great match. You need to go back and watch it, definitely. But it was a great match. But we're going to go and kick off with the first match, which was for the Tag Team Championship. We had Lucha House Party. We had The New Day. We had Miz and Morrison, and did I forget anybody? The Forgotten Sons. Oh, man. So, that's one thing is, when you get into these matches, I love, special matches, but once you get into, tag team fatal four-way, it's just a lot of people there. I mean, so many things going on at one time. You kind of get, lost in it a little bit. Still, it was a good match. What did you think about match? Was there anything that you saw that you really liked, or?
It was okay. I've always thought that Lucha House Party, yes, they have, Grand Malik with his rope action has always been entertaining, but, why are they there? And, other than that, like you said, it was just chaos once you get that many people in there, and it's just hard to follow, really. And the stories, there's just too many backstories.
No, I hear you there, definitely. I mean, you got stories as, first of all, Miz and Morrison and the New Day going back and forth. For me, I feel Lucha House Party is just hey, we always have a tag team available that can pull off stuff. Cool. Forgotten Sons, I think they just got in there late in the game. Jackson Riker in the background. Pretty cool guy. That dude's jacked. He looks like he belongs on WWE, like back in the day. You have to be 6'7" and 300 pounds. But, overall in the match, it was a decent match. One of the high spots that I liked overall was the Spanish Fly with Morrison and Metalik. They did the Spanish Fly outside of the ring, which I thought was pretty dope. A lot of back and forth. And then, one thing that really, I think the OCD got to me was one of Blake's boots. He was wearing cowboy boots, and one of them was, not tucked in, and the other one was. And I don't know why, for, half the match, I'm just is he going to tuck in is he going to pull out what is it? Oh, man. So.
You think that he forgot?
Yeah. And then, on the way to the ending of the match, you have, Jackson sitting there, jumping on, pulling the rope down so he would fall out. And he got ejected for that. I've seen people not be ejected for bigger things. So I thought that was kind of weird, But other than that, the New Day does retain the belts after a roll-up pin with Metalik. Oh, man, that was just... It was a decent match, but then again, like I said, there's just too many people in there. You know what I mean? That's just. But then again, yeah, I know. All right, and then next up on the card tonight, we had Bayley against Tamina. So one thing about Tamina, and a lot of people don't know this, is Tamina's dad is...
Snuka.
Yep. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And she is still related in the Usos and Roman and Rock, you know, in that family.
Right.
You know, she's been around for a while now, and she's never really gotten that break, I feel.
Well, I think she didn't get the push or anything just because that was also the time of everything coming out with her father. And so she was I think she got hurt because of whatever he did or didn't do.
Right. And the thing, well, her brother, you know, tried to make it in WWE, and that didn't go so well either. Yeah. Was it the Deuce Domino or something like that? I can't remember. It was a while back.
You just couldn't handle it,
yeah. Now, with this match, and, you know, coming into this match, they're having her being, like, nice to Tamina and taking, you know, anger management or whatnot. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, really? Seriously? But there's a lot of good smack talking. And one thing I do like is Bayley, man. Bayley is killing it as far as being a heel, I feel. You know, talking smack, you know, using, you know, Sasha any way she can, you know, doing what she needs to do to win. And I thought that was evident in this match as well, too, you know?
Absolutely. And, you know, having Sasha there's always been, you know, good for her, you know, as proven, you know, again tonight.
Definitely. And, you know, back and forth, the match was, you know, decent. They went outside, inside. They tussled around a little bit. And then, of course, the only way that Bayley was able to win tonight was a little bit of help from Sasha Banks. And, you know, basically that whole get that the Samoan drop on, but Bayley was able to get down underneath for a roll-up pin. Boom. Good to go. How did you think the match went overall?
You know, I thought one of my favorite parts was when she tried to do it the first time and Bayley just buckled under the weight. That was hilarious to me.
Her knees went, ooh.
I mean, you can't really shy away from the fact that she's a big girl. So, but yeah, that was one of my favorite takeaways.
Right. Now, another thing that I saw that I got a kick out of actually was before that match was R-Truth.
Right.
I totally just like skipped over that match. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
I was gonna say, I think we're skipping over to one of the funniest matches of the night.
It wasn't even really a match. So I mean, R-Truth came out, and then he was supposed to go against MVP. And then MVP is like, man, I'm going to take the night off. And then Lashley came out. The funniest part is like, R-Truth, I think I'm going to take the night off too.
We got this whole big world.
This whole big world, and smacks Lashley by accident. I'm sorry, but since they let R-Truth come back and do what he was, hopefully what he likes to do, I think that's what it is. He is such a great entertainer as far as that, don't you think?
Oh yeah, he's one of my favorites. And you know, unfortunately, you know, they let Grunk take his belt from him, and so I mean, he just makes it so much funnier when he has the 24/7 with him. You know, I love following him on Twitter when he was making his videos and stuff like that. I mean, he's a flat comedian.
Yeah, I was just reading a post really quick. I'll tell you after we get off tonight. Damn, that didn't sound good either, did it? Big shout out to my boy BJ. He's messaging me right now. Another good fan. It was hilarious what he said, so I'll just kind of like put it to the side. And to answer you, yes, BJ, I did do that on purpose. I know when different things cut out where I can get away with putting words in, make it sound like something else. Innuendos. Oh, man. All right. And next, after Bayley and Tamina, we have Braun versus Bray. So one thing I love about this, again, I'm a mark for right now for Bray. I mean, I am, because I think right now he just what he's taking with his character from the past and implementing that in the future and current like story is awesome, because if everyone remembers back in the day, Braun Strowman was part of the Wyatt family. So I think like this whole thing coming around where, it's Bray against Strowman and not the Fiend. And I also do like the part that if Bray's going to lose, they let Bray lose, not the Fiend. And that's, to me, is a big thing. I don't like seeing the Fiend lose or take losses. I like that mystique. I like that Undertaker-esque type of character, and I want them to keep that. But this match, I mean, I loved how Bray talked through the match and what was going on through it. And to me, it was one of the more enjoyable storytelling matches that didn't have much to it as far as wrestling, but it did have some stuff go on about stories. What do you think about that?
I think it's amazing, and the one good thing about this whole quarantine bit is that we can now hear them in the ring, and they can now tell a different side of the story while they're in the ring. And I mean, that's just one of the good things right now that they're able to do, is be able to tell that different side, while they're amped up and while they're, doing their thing in the ring.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I mean, when he switched that, put on that mask and, really just messed with Bray. I mean, that was epic.
Oh, definitely. No, I totally agree on that. And it was a good callback. And that's one thing that like a lot of people who watch WWE go and say is like, hey, there's not a lot of storytelling. There's not a lot of, stuff that they bring back. And it looks like they hit it on the head a little bit on that. So I do like that. Again, one just power slam down and Bray was out for the 1, 2, 3. I really hope this continues and the Fiend comes out and just starts wreaking havoc. And there's another thing I feel is for the Fiend, he's a character that doesn't need the belt, though. I mean, he's. I think that character right there could be the person who's above the belt. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I don't know if you saw, while they were ending the match when Braun was going up on the ramp. It went back to Bray, and then it had like the Fiend going in and out. Yeah, he's right there. But the Fiend kept going in and out. Switching from Bray's face to the Fiend's face. I love your Amazon sticker.
Well, yeah, it's Amazon exclusive. Once I hit over 100 subscribers, I might get a regular, YouTube live account where I can have a personalized name, not live dashboard 18590 ? So we're going to keep working on that. So if anybody watches just go ahead and subscribe. Why not?
Yeah, hit the bell.
Why hit it? Hit the notify button, eh? Either that or I'm going to spend the rest of this one talking in my voice of wannabe Canadian, eh? In a roundabout way, being really cool, don't you know? All right, so...
Bobby's World.
Yeah, don't you know? All right, so hopefully there's going to be more from that. How long do you think Braun will actually keep that belt?
SummerSlam.
Valid. Who do you think's going to take it?
Depends how long Roman's gonna keep this out.
I think Doink's going to come back.
Oh, that would be amazing.
All right, next up.
Come back with the Fiend. That would be epic.
God. All right, next up we have the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, against Drew McIntyre. I tell you what, Drew's badass.
That entire match was just fire from the jump.
Dude, I totally agree with you. Especially, I mean, Seth Rollins, man, he's a workhorse. He gets in. I feel he gets in trouble sometimes with what he says, like on Twitter or on the media or whatnot. But all in all, I feel he can talk his talk because he is definitely a hard worker and he makes people look good. He made Drew look fantastic tonight, and of course, Drew's no slouch either. That dude's very agile. I mean, just such a great match and such a good story on that as far as how they did it. Seth trying to hit his finisher a couple different times, curb stomp, not happening. He gets it. And even before that, Drew kicking out at 1, showing that, dude, it's not got to be messed with,
Right, and I think Drew actually even proved that when he faced Lesnar, got those kick out at 1, and you've got to really, really work Drew down to be able to pull anything off.
Drew Down was here too?
Should have
been. And it was a good match. It looked like none of them were really gassed. They just showed a great teamwork as far as working each other. So great match. I mean, there's we can go on for it for a couple, but I mean, dude, it was just a great match. I mean, that's all it is,
Absolutely.
So, next up was the main event. It was the Money in the Bank. First of all, tell me what you think, or tell me what you thought about the premise.
Can I just go to bed now? It was okay. I didn't realize that it was going to be at the same time, which, it was okay. I didn't think that it was great. I think Asuka was hilarious. I'm glad that she that she took it just for that fact. The whole thing was just comedic to me.
Yeah. I mean, between both, the guys and the girls apart, I mean, oh my goodness. I don't know.
I'm going to the roof.
Dude.
What the fuck is that?
Asuka standing on top when she does this all the time. Ooh,
Right.
before jumping off. Dude, Ray walking in on Brother Love.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you too, but I gotta go. I was like, oh. When Doink just popped out of nowhere, I was like, seriously, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, Stephanie, that was hilarious. Dana's like hugging that money in briefcase. Just like it's on the roof. And also, can you clean up the drool that Nia left? I was like, damn. I think also one of the funniest parts when Daniel Bryan and AJ
went into the office.
You knew at some point Vince was going to be there,
Oh, absolutely.
Man, that was.
Then they went back and put back the chairs.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. My bad. Cool. All right. See you. Bye. We're going to go back now. And then going out to the top part, you're seeing. It's just really weird. I'm still not used to how they're doing this, the cinema type setup with these matches. But
at the music playing along with the match.
Right. Although it does get some depth to it. So, I mean, I'm neither here or there. I'm 50-50 maybe.
I kind of like the music with the matches.
It reminds you of old ECW.
Right. Yeah.
You hear Pantera the whole time and like, yes.
And some of the things that I think that they're trying to get a shock and awe out of, like when Corbin threw Black over the bushes to make it look like they threw him off the roof.
Right.
It was just one of those that didn't need to happen, I think.
Right. I do. What do you think about the part where Asuka gets Corbin off the ladder?
That was the best. And the other funny part is when Otis tried to get on the ladder and the foot sank and broke.
So the women's winner of Money in the Bank is Asuka, and you know what? I'm definitely fine with that. Totally fine with that. 120% fine with that. The winner of the men's Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah,
Ducky.
I love it.
Oh.
I think it's hilarious. I think that it's the right move, just because it's the only story that's going on for SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Reminds me of the Kool-Aid Man. Every time he goes, oh yeah. So is it? Yeah, I mean, Mandy Rose. I mean, bringing the Money in the Bank briefcase home to Mandy Rose, huh?
Right. You know he's gonna get something out of it.
Ducky.
Might be a ham.
Ducky. Okay. All right. Well, that about just sums it up as far as going over Money in the Bank. You know, it wasn't even 3 hours.
No, and they can't do that anymore. Just for the simple fact there's no fans.
Yeah.
I've even noticed that SmackDown's a little bit shorter, and Raw seems to be a little bit shorter. They just can't pull it off anymore. They can't pull off these 3-4 hour events. And how long was WrestleMania?
Well, but it was 2 days.
Yeah, right.
But we'll see what happens. But, a lot of people have always been complaining that the, pay-per-views or the shows are too long. So, to be honest, like, watching it didn't seem that long to me. And I know it's only, 15 minutes shy of 3 hours, but still, I'm just like, there wasn't a lot of stuff in between. There was a couple things in between, but nothing as what it used to be. A lot of, I would say, distractions from the ring, coming on there. So it wasn't bad at all. I don't think at all. I think it was a pretty decent pay-per-view. They cut down on time, trimmed the fat, and they made it what it was.
Well, and if you remember, they used to already have next month's pay-per-view already lined up, already had some matches, working, and so they would push those matches with, in between segments, and they don't have that.
Yeah,
which is honestly something that I really miss about WWE. Is it just seems so last second. Everything just seems so last second.
Yeah, no, I totally hear you there. Well, there's only one way to figure that out is we need to watch the next pay-per-view, don't we?
That's right.
We have to subscribe to the WWE Network.
Is it only $9.99?
You get the first month free?
Only for new subscribers.
Unless you have multiple emails or multiple credit cards.
Dude, I have those.
No, you don't. We know you better.
Just one-on-one.
You party animal, you.
I was born in the 1980s.
Same. All right. Once again, my name is Lo. You can find me on Instagram at Wrestling with Lo. You can find him this way. Instagram at
DJ O2 Oxygen.
Not bad. And you can also find us here on YouTube. Right now, currently, since we're under 100 subscribers, we have to say, just search Lo Takes On, and you'll find us. After we hit that 100 subscribers, I'll have a name attached to my YouTube. Then after that, you don't have to search. You can just subscribe. Hit the notify button. Heck, right now, if you search my name, you can subscribe. Hit the notify button.
And ring the bell.
Yes. Like DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince back in the day. Ring my bell, ring my bell. All right, y'all. And we are going at it, yeah. We'll see you next time. Late.